Hey everybody. Hey. This is Trisha, trishadica.com. I am sorry the group's been a little bit slow. It has been really chaotic in my personal life. My dad, I know I posted the other day, my dad had open heart surgery and there was a lot of complications. We are still in the hospital. But there's some things that I noticed that I wanted to share with you guys. And one of them is there are, I have, three siblings besides myself. So there's quite a few personalities. And in each family, you guys all know, if you have sisters and brothers, there are roles that you each play. Some of the roles that I played was peacemaker. And I would be the one to placate everybody when there was an issue. I would be the one that would do things to avoid the fights, to avoid the nonsense. That would be my role, and being in the hospital and dealing with all of that chaos, I slipped right back into those roles. I caught myself trying to placate everybody so that everybody would play nice. I caught myself being the, I'll take care of it, I'll do this, I'll do that. And it was, I don't remember, there was one night last week where I went, oh shit, I slipped right back into that role. And you can get upset with yourself, or you can say, well, I'm glad I noticed it, and I need to not be in those roles, because those are the roles that end up depleting me. Those are the roles that don't do anything for me. Those are the roles that in essence hurt me. Because being a peacemaker does not... Sometimes people need to talk it out instead of you trying to smooth everything over. And that's what I was doing. And that's not what I need to be doing. Those individuals need to talk it out or argue amongst themselves, and I need to step back and not be involved in that. The do for everybody else, guys, that's not... You need people to accept responsibility for their own actions. You need people to accept responsibility for the things that they have to do. I can only say, I noticed this, I noticed that, can we try this, can we try that? I'm not going to start doing it for everybody. That's not for me to do. That's not for you to do in any case. Do you know what I'm saying? If, for example, I was saying, let's talk to the nurses about A, B, and C. Let's try this. And I was going to the nurses. I was doing all of this. And I said, you know what, Trisha, that's not for you to do. That's for your mom to make that decision if she wants to do that. So I had to pull back. So the more that we do for others, we're actually taking the responsibility and taking everything off of them and putting it onto us. And again, it depletes you. It's exhausting. I totally crashed, I think, Sunday night. And I went, oh no, this is not good, because we're still in the hospital now, well over a week. And I can't do this to myself every day. And the best thing that I did for myself was, I have go-to for healers. I have go-to for, for these people. And I took the time last night. I did not go to the hospital yesterday, and I took the time last night to address my own stuff, to clear my own stuff, guys. So I need you to always pay attention to how you're feeling. You always need to see, where are you depleting? What are you doing? How are you reacting or responding in that situation? I caught myself reacting. I caught myself not taking care of myself. And I do no good to anybody else when I do that to myself. I'm no good. I'm no good for myself, and I'm no good for others. And each one of us needs to honor that. Each one of us needs to step into our own power and draw the boundaries, and what are we willing to tolerate. So there's definitely some family nonsense and drama going on, and I have to pull out of it because it's got nothing to do with me. And if they want to act that way, they need to act the way that they need to, and I need to act my own way. So these are one of the things, that you need to pay attention to, okay? Especially when it comes to family. I don't deal a lot with my family, but because of this medical Hey, Kathleen, because of this medical situation with my dad, and it is really serious, I want to be there. I want to know what's going on, but I don't need to take the shit on, okay? One of the other things that I noticed is when I used to go to hospitals, I would literally walk with my head down on the floor. I would never look at anybody. I would just, I would immediately pick everything up. And of course I know that now, But back years ago, I did not understand that. So every time I went in the hospital, I would physically get sick. I would get sick. So what I noticed this time when I went into the hospital is because I'm so much happier as an individual, because I have all my tools in place, the hospital didn't affect me. Yes, don't get me wrong, I'm still feeling the chaos. I still feel the energy that's in there. The people who are sad, the people who are happy. There's certain floors, like the floor that the maternity floor. I've stopped at it several times now. Letting people on and off, and you could feel the joy from that floor, I'm on ICU, so you're feeling that upheaval, you're feeling that anxiety and that angst and, that uncertainty of what's going to be and how things are going to turn out for everybody in there. And at the same time, the nurses are amazing, so you're feeling their wonderful energy as well. So I've noticed that the more centered and grounded we are, the less places like that will affect us. Because hospitals are huge for affecting us. Hospitals will drain us. Hospitals are, it's a difficult place for us to be. But I can tell you, absolutely, when you've got your tools in place, when you are feeling good about yourself, it doesn't get you down into that negative zone. It really doesn't. And it's taken me a long time to get here, so I'm really, really impressed and proud of myself. And if I could do it, guys, I know you absolutely can do it. I know you can. Will you feel everybody's stuff there? Absolutely. But will it affect you? That's the question. So you want to make sure when you're going into, there was I can't even remember, Saturday. Saturday for me was not a great day because yes, I do that often. People see you absorbing their stuff and they allow it because they benefit. I'm not sure when you say they see you absorbing their stuff. You mean taking on their responsibilities? Yes, they know they benefit and they absolutely allow you to take on their responsibilities. And because we're always in that, let's fix it, let's heal it, let's help somebody out, we're taking stuff on that we shouldn't ever take on. And then on top of that, now you've got all the emotional baggage that comes with it. So I did catch myself doing that in the beginning of the week, and I definitely stopped because that's too much for me to do. And creating boundaries is huge for me when it comes to my family. It really is. Yes, exactly. So yes, they benefit. So they're absolutely not going to say, please don't do this, I'll take care of it. They're just not going to do that. They will absolutely let you do as much as you're willing to do. And even then, can you do? So when they ask you, can you? And do you really want to? Okay, do you really want to take something on like that? So these are questions that I had to start posing in my head, can I do this? Do I have enough time to do this? And is it something I really want to take on? Because that's kind of the dynamics right now going on. And I really need to take care of myself as much as they need to take care of themselves as well. So, these are different questions to ask. Grounding is really huge. Consistency is really, really big. Like Saturday night, I did all the tools. I had everything in place, but I was just so tired. All of that allowing and falling back into those paradigms that I was in years ago, actually drained me, and I was kind of tired. So I felt a lot more on Saturday. And, I came home that night, I took a nice bath, and I was like, yeah, I chose that moment. And I said, all right, I'm not doing this because this is not helping me. This will drain me. This will make me sick. And it's funny because I ended up having a bad headache that day too. So you will see immediately the happier that you are, the easier that emotions flow through you. When you get bottlenecked you will know rather quickly. It's not like it's going to be months and months for you to figure it out. Your body's going to let you know really quick that you've been bottlenecked and that you've got a lot of stuff that's not yours, and you're taking on stuff that's not yours as well. So really pay attention, especially when you're in a situation where you need to be there and participate. So, and that's what you do. And saying no is beneficial to you, although they may not appreciate you saying no. So, you know, it's you have to do what you have to do for yourself and at the same time be present for others. I hope this all makes sense. And if you have any questions, please post below and I will come back and answer any questions that you do have. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. It is absolutely gorgeous here today, so I am going to go outside for a little while. All right, guys, have a great one.